everybody. We're a little late, but today's it's been a long night and a few couple days. Long.
We leaving today.
Yes.
Woohoo. What's the motivation today?
Praise God. Today we're going to be talking about emotional regulation. I know yesterday we said that we were going to be talking about coping skills, but really what we really mean is we got to regulate our emotions first before we can cope with anything. So yesterday, Chrisean, you mentioned something about what should we do if somebody plays with you in your face? And I said, well, sometimes things don't need a response, but we'll work on coping skills. But before we get to the coping skills, we're going to talk about emotional regulation. Well, what is emotional regulation?
Why we got to talk about that?
Well, we're going to talk about emotional regulation because once you hear exactly what it is, you'll see why it's important. Right? So emotional regulation is basically how you manage your emotions. You know, do you pop off? Do you lash out? Do you pop off? Do you jump out there? Do you lash out? Do you say things that you don't mean to say and then regret it the next day?
I don't regret shit.
Okay, well, we'll work on that later. We'll work on empathy later. That's another subject, okay?
Yeah, I do have empathy.
We'll work on that later. So I'm going to give you guys 3 ways in which you can regulate your emotions.
So you wrote them down?
Yeah, I wrote them down. I got 3 things. I gotta keep
taking this shit way too serious.
No, this is my life's work. It is serious.
Okay.
3 things. First thing is create space. If you are very upset, somebody has really ticked you off, creating space is a good thing. Okay, you can take a walk. You can kind of get away from the trigger. That's a really good thing. Second thing, relaxation techniques. One really quick go-to relaxation technique is yes, very good. You're learning. We talked about this earlier. I'm so happy you remember that. Yes, deep breathing. Okay, so it's not just like your regular breath. We're taking close. No,
so close enough?
It's more like this. Deep inhale, hold, and let it out. But you're letting it out easy. Like you're not just letting it go. You are controlling the breath, okay? So control deep breathing, right? That's really good. Also, another relaxation technique is positive talk. Talking to yourself. Like, yes, in the moment.
I talk to myself.
What are some of the things that you say when it's positive?
You that bitch. If that nigga play with you again, hit him with a bottle again.
Okay, so the first part was affirming, okay? The second part was the negative part. So just stick with the positive part. So I'm that girl.
I'm just saying what I naturally would say. I'll say something cool and then I'll fire up with some fire.
Right, so we got to work on the second part. That's all. But that's good. And
what the fuck is that good?
But I have to affirm you. That's really good. I'm encouraging you. Every bit of progress is progress. It doesn't matter if it's a teeny step or if it's a leap forward. Any progress forward is good. So that's a good thing. And then finally, guys, the third way to regulate your emotion is just a simple decision. Choose how you want to respond. Choose how you want to respond. Does this even need a response? Right?
Oh, I did something different today.
You did?
Yeah, instead of going to the internet, I went direct. It was like, you know.
I love that. So see how sometimes you can de-escalate it by your decision and how you want to respond. Really good. You got to choose how you want to respond.
Yeah, but I don't know how many times to do that.
What do you mean?
Going direct.
Well, it doesn't have to be the same response. Sometimes you can go direct. Sometimes you can just be silent. Look around, everybody on mute.
Yeah, that's smart.
So choose how you want to respond. These are 3 ways, guys, that you can regulate your own emotions. Remember, practice makes much better. Yeah. Peace.
So Chrisean, she was talking to her sister about how to deal with all the negativity, and just by listening to this clip, it makes me understand how Chrisean keep on getting in the same toxic situation over and over again with Blueface. Because she don't know how to heal. She don't know how to learn. She cries out for help when she's fed up with him, when she's pushed to her limits. I've seen her do this for at least 12 months straight. But she would ask for advice, cry, say, I want better. I'm going to church. I'm doing this. It's all about me and Chrisean Jr. She would say all this stuff, but then once she calmed down, it's like she's back to her old self. The only time I can really see her in better spirits is when she not in LA. When she in Baltimore, or right now she in New York recording, she seems perfectly well, perfectly good around people that care about her, around people that love her. As soon as she go back to LA, she get on Instagram talking about Blueface, talking about how she still love him, even though she hate him, but she still love him. Like, that shit is crazy. And her sister-in-law is trying to tell her how to deal with this shit. And she over there laughing and not taking it serious. Like, no, she needs this. This is game. This is free game. And she's like, look, this is my life work. This is how you deal with this stuff. Deep breathing, walking away from the situation, leaving that toxic shit behind, affirming yourself that you are worthy, you are special. She truly got to realize the more success that she have, more people is going to come for her. It's going to be more negative shit posted in the blog. Everybody not going to be happy for her. She should be realizing that now. She see how it was when she was making Blueface all this money. He was able to make sure Jaden was good. She ain't had to live with them. But soon as she didn't want to be signed to him, or she didn't want her money in his bank account, he started trashing her. He started saying Jaden would never do this. Jaden would never be out with another man. Because Jaden would never disobey him. He want people to obey him. And that's it. He feel like he got the money. He got the power. Do what I say. But Chrisean luckily picked up some game and figured out how to get her own money. So now she's in a position where she could block out all this negative shit. All of it. She's a millionaire. She bought this big ass house. She got a car. She got all the jewelry. All this shit. She don't need nobody but the people that's loyal to her. That's it. But she's still acting like she's that teenager in Baltimore. Gotta pop off. Gotta snap. Gotta do this. Everybody is coming for her, even her own family members. So she need to take that advice from her sister-in-law, and I hope that she keep on showing up to get this free game, because everybody need to hear this shit. She not the only person going through this shit, but because she's getting famous now, so many people is investing in her life. That's why I feel like she's popular as she is, because she's relatable. I can only imagine how many girls dealing with a crazy-ass baby daddy or ex-boyfriend, or used to deal with that, and they overcame it. And so many women can see they are suffering in Chrisean. She's 23, but she's only going to get older, so she better take that goddamn advice, man, or she going to keep on going back to the same shit. I feel like she should have never bought that house in LA. If she truly want to heal, she got to get away from all that negative shit. Or at least get a second house in Baltimore or New York, like when she get her money up, so she can have a getaway. Because she don't need to be around that toxic shit too long, man. Which I think about this, boy. Be much.